We're talking about a different kind of smartphone experience altogether.
Yeah.
One that's more focused on reading,
Mm-hmm.
less about flashy visuals
Yeah.
and instant gratification.
You got it.
Exactly.
And that shift in focus could have some interesting implications for our digital well-being.
Yeah.
We've all experienced that addictive pull of our smartphones.
Right.
That endless scrolling, the constant notifications vying for our attention.
Oh, yeah.
The HiBreak Pro,
Yeah.
by its very nature, it kind of encourages a different kind of engagement.
I'm curious about that. How could a phone that's intentionally less stimulating
Right.
actually improve our well-being?
Well, think about it this way. The slower refresh rate and the lack of color, they make activities like scrolling through social media or
Yeah.
watching videos less compelling.
Okay.
You're not bombarded with the same visual stimuli that trigger those dopamine hits and keep you hooked.
So it's like choosing to step off the digital treadmill,
Yeah,
and to engage with technology in a more mindful way.
exactly. It's about reclaiming control over your attention instead of passively consuming whatever pops up on your screen.
Right.
You're making a conscious choice to engage with specific content.
Uh-huh.
And when you do engage, the e-ink display makes it a much more pleasant and focused experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like the difference between skimming a news feed and actually sitting down to read a book.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
And there's growing evidence to suggest that this kind of deep, focused reading can have significant benefits for our cognitive function,
Right.
our creativity, and even our emotional well-being.
Yeah. I've definitely noticed that when I read on my Kindle, I feel more relaxed, more immersed in the material. It's almost meditative.
Yeah. And that's because the ink display doesn't have that flickering backlight
Right.
that can strain your eyes and disrupt your sleep. It's just much gentler on your visual system.
So we've talked about the eye strain, the battery life,
Yeah.
and the potential for reducing digital distractions. But what about practicality?
Okay.
Is the HiBreak Pro actually a viable alternative to a traditional smartphone?
That really depends on your individual needs and priorities.
Okay.
It does run on Android 14, so you have access to a vast app ecosystem.
Okay.
You can still send emails, browse the web, and stay connected on social media. But the experience will be different, perhaps slower,
Yeah.
and less visually stimulating.
So I guess the question is, are you willing to make that trade-off to sacrifice some of the bells and whistles of a traditional smartphone
Right.
for the benefits of ink?
And that's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
The Bigme HiBreak Pro is more than just a phone. It's a statement. It's saying, I'm willing to prioritize my well-being, even if it means going against the grain of what's considered normal.
It's like opting out of the constant upgrade cycle, the pressure to have the latest and greatest device.
Right.
All the features you'll probably never use.
Exactly. It's about choosing quality over quantity, focusing on the features that truly matter to you. And for many people, those features are incredible battery life, reduced eye strain, and a more mindful approach to technology.